Okay, so we are going to take a look at filling out a job application. Okay, filling out a job application or application for employment. All right, so what is a job application? I'll put this in the chat. What is a job application? A job application is an employment form that requests personal information about an individual. The purpose of a job application is that it shows the applicant is legally eligible for work. So the person who wants the job is legally allowed to do it. It's a minor test, a small test of the applicant's literacy. Their literacy, can they read and write? Penmanship, which is handwriting, and communication skills. It may require information for use in a background check, and it's used to learn the applicant's availability. When can they work? A job application will usually require a resume and cover letter in addition to the job application. All right, so this is how to fill out a job application form.
To PDF. Welcome to PDF Run. In this video, we'll guide you on how to fill out a job application form. A job application form is a document that companies, entities, or businesses use as a means to discover and look for new employees. This form allows employers to see if the applicant is fit for a position in their respective companies. To begin filling out this document, click on the Fill Online button. This will redirect you to PDF Run's online editor. For this template, there are 7 sections that need to be filled out. In the first section, Personal Information. Provide your personal information by entering your name, full address, including city, state, and zip code, telephone number, mobile number, and email. In the second section, Background. Provide your background information by answering the following questions. For the first question, mark yes if you are legally eligible to work in the United States. Otherwise, mark no. For question 2, if you are a veteran, mark yes. Then specify the most recent branch of service, date of entry, then the date of discharge. For question 3, if you have been convicted of a crime, mark yes. Then specify the crime, and provide the date, and the city and state where you have been convicted. In the third section, Position. Enter the position you are applying for, your start date, and desired salary. Afterwards, for the desired employment type, please mark 1, full-time, part-time, or the seasonal, temporary. In the fourth section, Education. Provide the details of your high school, college, graduate school, and any relevant institution you have attended, by entering their name and location, the year graduated, the degree you received, and your major. In the fifth section, Character References. Include the name, title, company, and contact number of your referrals. In the sixth section, Employment History, provide 4 of your most recent jobs. For each, enter your previous employer, position, supervisor, their contact number, and the address of your former company. Then, enter the period when you worked for them, your starting and ending salary, and the reason why you left. On the bottom portion, mark yes if you are comfortable with the company you are currently applying for, to contact your previous employer. If otherwise, mark no. In the last section, Acknowledgement and Authorization. If you hereby certify that all of the information you entered are true and complete, please enter your full legal name, affix your signature, and enter the current date. Review and double-check if all entered information is correct and accurate. Once finished, click on the Done button to save, download, and print your job application form. To learn
Okay, so that was a quick overview of how to fill out a job application. So we're going to look at the different parts of a job application. This is what an entire job application might look like. 2 or 3 pages. Okay, this first part of the job application form, make this bigger. The job application form, the first thing it will ask you for is your personal information. So it's going to ask you for your name, and often it will ask for your last name first. So my last name is Timothy. Your last name is your family name. Your first name, the name you are called, and your middle name. Your address, this is where you can receive mail. Your address, your city, your state, and your zip code or your postal code. Now this says telephone no. That just is an abbreviation, a short way of saying telephone number. And your mobile or cell number. These may be the same. And your email address. Okay, this would be your personal information. Now this is your background. And most applications will ask you, are you legally eligible to work in the U.S.? Yes or no? Are you legally eligible to work? Does the law allow you to work in the U.S.? Are you a veteran? Are you a veteran? They want to know if you are a United States military veteran with this question. So you may have served in the military in your country, but they would like to know if you are a U.S. veteran. Yes or no? Branch of service means Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. Okay, that is branch of service. Date of entry, when you began in the military. Date of discharge, when you left the military. If you were not in the military, you would write not applicable or NA here. It does not apply to me. Not applicable. NA. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? Convicted of a crime. Not charged with it, but convicted. A judge or a jury said you were guilty. Convicted. Yes or no? And this does not mean a traffic ticket if you went too fast in your car or something like that. Convicted of a crime. If yes, what did you do? The date and where? Okay. Now the company wants to know, what job do you want? What position? What position are you applying for? If it's a restaurant, do you want to be a server? Do you want to be a cook? Do you want to be a host? Do you want to be a custodian? What position are you applying for? Your start date. When can you start working? Your start date. Can you start working tomorrow? Can you start working in 2 weeks? What is your start date? And what is your desired salary? So if you would like an hourly rate, you could say, I would like to make $20 an hour. I would like to make $23 per hour. Or you could ask for a yearly salary, depending on the job. I would like to make $40,000 a year. Okay. What employment type do you desire? Do you want a full-time job? So remember, that's about 40 hours a week. Do you want a part-time job with fewer hours? Do you want a seasonal or temporary job? Maybe you would like to have a job only in the summer or only in the winter. Some jobs are seasonal. They don't happen all year round. Education. So you can see here it has the level of education: high school, college, graduate school, other, the name of the school, the location of the school, the year that you graduated, the degree that you received, and your major. So you could put your high school name. Where was it? I graduated in 2001, and I received my high school diploma. Okay, if it does not apply to you, remember that NA, you could just put NA, not applicable, NA. Character references. These are people who can tell the company that you are a good worker. Okay, so they should be people that have seen you work before, maybe a past supervisor or coworker. A character reference. You will need their name, their title. Were they your supervisor? What are they at their business? Where do they work? And a contact number. Some applications may ask you for an address or an email address. So you need that information. Okay. You want to ask references if they will be your reference. So I would say, Amanda, will you be my reference on my job application? I would ask my supervisor. You have to ask people to be your reference. Employment history. Employment history. So this application said to list your 4 most recent jobs. All right, so you start with your current or last job, your employer. So I would say Mount Wachusett Community College, your employment history. My position is ESOL instructor. Your position, what did you do there? When did you start from? When did you stop working there? So from and to, those are going to be dates. If you are still working there, you can put present. Right now, I am still working there, present. Who is your supervisor? What is their contact number? Your starting salary. How much did you make when you began that job? Your ending salary. How much did you make when you left that job? What is their address? What is your reason for leaving? Why do you want to leave this job, or why did you leave that job? Reason for leaving. And may we contact this employer? And you have to say yes or no. Okay, and then at the bottom of applications, it will ask you to sign something like this. And this one says, acknowledgement and authorization. I certify that all my answers and information herein are true and complete to the best of my knowledge. If this application results in employment, I understand that false or misleading information in my application shall be considered sufficient cause for dismissal. So you have to give true information or you could lose your job. So tell the truth on your application. And then the signature.